Alright, here we go, guys. I'm going to be putting this blade, and that's my Vtoku2. Let's see if I can get that to focus. Whatever. Here we go. It's going to be etching this guy. As you can see, I'm touching it with my hands. I'm going to be showing you a little bit of this. Already got it masked with some nail polish. I got ferric chloride acid diluted with some water. Put some gloves on here. I want to clean this blade, make sure all my skin oils are off of it. This is some denatured alcohol. There is some scratching on the blade from use. I don't think that's going to have any effect on the end results. It might. Not too worried about it. As I told you before, this is going to be a user, so I'm not like super worried about it looking super pretty or going to try and sell it or anything like that. This one's going to stay with me for a long time, hopefully my whole life, but we'll see how that goes. You really want to make sure to get every little thing off. Yep, I did have some, look like some smudge. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see this, but I had to polish the top of this blade. Had to polish this because it was pretty bad as far as it was really rough from the factory, but we'll see how that goes. You can go ahead and put this on this right here. I'm gonna dip this in the the ferric chloride. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen relatively quickly, so I'm gonna look at it right away and see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Wow. I'm just gonna leave it for a few minutes because that looks like it's happening really fast. I diluted it 3-to-1, but it still seems to be pretty reactive. I'm gonna go ahead and get a piece of tape. Actually, I really don't need to. It's hanging just fine. Alright, let's see. It's been about 3 minutes, 4 minutes. Wow, that's as good as I'm gonna go. Wow, that's super dark. Oh, that's actually darker than I thought it was gonna be. Wow, look at that. I don't know if you can see how dark that is. Holy crap. Tip it back in for 1 second. While I get my, I gotta get some denatured I was not ready for it to react that quickly. That's why you gotta keep an eye on it, guys. That was just a few minutes. Alright. Well, so now I know. Vtoku reacts super quick. Everything I've seen, it's been like 20 minutes in the acid. This was like 2 minutes in the acid, 3 minutes in the acid. Wow. I think I needed to maybe bring down the level just a little bit, but maybe not. I actually really dig this, guys. It came out fairly dark, but I dig it. And it kind of stonewashed the 410. Oh yeah, look at that. I could have even gone further on that spine as far as sanding it. I wish I would have. I can always go back. That looks so cool, guys. I'm gonna have to take pictures and show you how rad this looks. I really want to make sure this is not still reacting. That stuff is powerful. So anyways, that's really what I want to show you, just my experience with it. So the stuff I'm using, I'm going to go ahead and show you. It's this. This is the stuff that I used, and it was extremely powerful. Even 3-to-1 ratio, 3 water to 1 of that, of the ferric chloride. So that was still really powerful. So you know, I would almost say 4-to-1, maybe 5-to-1 if you wanted to act slowly. But I did kind of want it to act slowly, but I didn't expect it to do it this quickly. But it looks awesome. I'm really happy with how it came out. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up and put this thing back together. Take off all the nail polish and stuff. So I'll show you the finished results, guys. Thanks a lot. I'll be back. I just want to show you this, guys. I took the nail polish off. Again, I hope you can see this. Took the nail polish off, and it masked it perfectly along the spine there, and where the lock bar is gonna fit. It worked perfectly, unlike my patina video, if you guys saw that. Because the patina video, it's soaking in the apple cider vinegar for a long time. Also because it was M4, which is slightly stainless, so it takes a little longer. But yeah, I was very happy with the way the nail polish masked it on this one. So I just want to give you guys my overall impressions of my experience with acid etching this guy, the Vtoku2 Delica Sprint Run. And what I want to say is, you want to always watch what you're doing as you do it. Like you may read about how to acid etch and what to use and how long to leave it in, but that's all relative to the acid you're using, to the steel you're etching,
there's a lot of variables. So you want to always, as you do it, either do a test piece of something that you don't really care about, or just watch it very carefully and check it very often. In this case, I'm happy with the results, but it wasn't exactly what I had intended at the beginning. So, like I said, here's the finished product. You're gonna see there's almost like a stone wash. It's actually acid etched the stainless steel 410 as well, the Sus 410. So it came out amazing, and I actually love the way it looks, but it wasn't exactly as intended. I did not mean to etch the stainless too, but I really do love the way it looks. The one thing I'll note is you can see I have used this blade since then, and you can see any spot that's touching or scratching is going to end up putting some marks on that etched stainless steel, which the 410 was soft in the first place, and as you saw before I etched it, it got a lot of scratches. That's one thing to keep in mind when getting these any of these laminated steel blades. It's you're gonna scratch up that stainless steel. If you mean for it to be a safe queen, like if you want to try and resell it or keep it fresh, then don't use it because they are gonna scratch. But I really dig the way it came out. As you can see, all the maker's marks, wherever they had etched it before, it's still there, but it's just barely there. Like all the color's gone from the etch. And as you can see, I think that's an Eric Lesser or Sal Glesser maker's mark is gone. You see a little bit of the residuals there. Yeah, I mean, not exactly what I intended, but I love the way it came out. I mean, some of the detail on where those laminations, like lightning bolt style, it just looks awesome. And I will say I stropped this after I etched it, and it came back. I mean, you can still see some of the color there, but it came back to pretty keen edge. I mean, right now I used it a little bit more. You can tell it's not going to hold it as much as it did before. That edge has definitely been stressed. So I'm going to go ahead and sharpen it soon, but I wanted to just see if stropping it would bring it back. And I mean, I'll show you here on some newspaper how sharp this guy is. This is after a day of using it after stropping it. Still pretty quiet going through. Probably not going to push cut. Yeah, trying, but really not going to push cut. So this Vtoku2 does hold a very keen edge for a very long time. So, well, actually, I'm pretty impressed with it so far before I etched this guy. Yeah, it needs to be sharpened to get to the level I like to have it at. But still, it's pretty impressive for the Vtoku2. I'm impressed with it so far. So what I would suggest to you guys out there, if you do want to acid etch your blade, for one, just always be aware that the acid you're using and all the little variables are going to adjust that time that it takes in there. I could have probably left this guy in for a minute and it would have etched it just fine, and I would have kept the stainless in the condition it was in. But in retrospect, I mean, for one, I want to say the nail polish really worked. The nail polish did mask off the areas I wanted to, like where the backlock sits, where the backlock slides across there on the tang, and then also where the washers sit. I also want to note, like I said in the video before, I had to sand this. I used 1500 grit KME stone to get into it a little faster, and then I went back with a fine ceramic. But you can still see the little scratches on the Vtoku2 that's harder, that held the scratches a little bit more than the stainless around it. So I could sand on this a lot more. You can see there where it's a little bit cleaner. But I can sand on this more, and eventually I'll probably polish this out and do it again or do something with it. And I did have to polish this back, the lock bar as well. That was really scratched up, and I didn't like the way it looked, so I went ahead and polished it. And now I'm thinking I might just stonewash everything, like try and get a more of a, you know, a match on the finishes here. I might get a titanium clip, deep carry, and go ahead and just leave it that natural titanium because it'll match it really well. But yeah, I'm really stoked with the way this came out. The action is fine. It really didn't affect the action too much. And also, you know, it's not perfect lockup. There's just the slightest bit of wiggle that I don't love, but this is a really thin blade and, you know, FRN handles, so you can't expect a super tight lockup with such a thin blade stock and everything. But yeah, I mean, you can see the spine there, it looks amazing. Even underneath here, I had to polish that a little bit too, but it looks awesome. I love the way it came out, and you guys can let me know what you think. But yeah, really excited and stoked. I even I got a really good deal on a Endura in this as well, and I couldn't help myself because I really do love the Vtoku2, and like I said, I got a good deal on it. So I'm stoked with the one that came, even better quality than this one from the factory. So I'll show you guys that in a later video. Again, I'm gonna keep this one kind of short. I'm gonna come back with a whole review on this knife, on just the Delica 4 in general. I'm really enjoying using this, so I'm going to give you a full review. I know there's already 2 videos on this, and now this will be the 3rd. So the last one will just be a full review of my impressions of this knife and Vtoku2 Steel. Alright guys, well, thanks a lot for watching.